Hold on to your seats because today, you're not just watching another coin video. You're stepping into the world of hidden treasures that have been circulating in plain sight for decades, and might even be sitting in your change jar right now. These are not just coins. These are millionaire makers, vault-worthy rarities, and vault-busting legends of the U.S. Mint. We're diving deep into the top 5 Ultra Jefferson nickels that are shaking today's auction market. Coins so rare, their values are skyrocketing into 6 figures and beyond. And trust me, what you will discover today is not folklore. It is the kind of real, verified numismatic magic that can turn your pocket change into a historic payday. Coin number 1. And we begin with a coin that might appear common on the outside, but once you uncover the truth, you'll realize it holds the power of a life-changing windfall. Let's talk about the absolute monster of the market, the 1964 with D. Jefferson nickel with green dots. A coin whose value today is estimated at an earth-shaking $175,000 in fine condition. Let that number sink in. The year was 1964, a critical point in U.S. minting history. This was the final year the U.S. Mint issued silver in its dimes, quarters, and half dollars, and although the nickel retained its traditional copper-nickel composition, this period was fraught with transition experimentation and rapid coin production. The Jefferson Nickel series, which began in 1938, was experiencing one of its highest mintage years ever due to economic demand. In that flood of production at the Denver Mint, a handful of coins slipped through the cracks of perfection and into the realm of legend. The 1964 with D. Monticello. Jefferson. Nickel looks standard at first glance. A copper-nickel blend with a modest 75% copper and 25% nickel composition, featuring the stoic bust of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and the iconic Monticello building on the reverse. But hidden in the shadows of this coin's finish lies something that almost no one saw coming. A secret so rare, so unusual, it has become the obsession of collectors, dealers, and millionaires alike. What transforms this coin from mundane to mind-blowingly rare are the mysterious green oxidation dots, a rare and unexplained patina-like effect that only occurred on a minuscule number of coins. This wasn't post-mint damage. Experts and metallurgical studies suggest a highly specific chemical imbalance during the striking process at the Denver Mint that, under exact environmental conditions, led to these mystical green formations embedded in the coin's surface. It is not toning. It is not a flaw. It is a biochemical fingerprint of a once-in-a-century minting anomaly, one that is traceable and now authenticated by top grading agencies. Only a few known specimens exist in fine or better condition, making it not just unique but singularly iconic in the Jefferson Nickel series. Imagine a coin with a story embedded in its metal, a mysterious artifact that science still debates and collectors absolutely crave. This coin is hyper-scarce in any condition, but in fine condition where the detail of Jefferson's profile and Monticello's columns are still clearly visible, and the green oxidation is intact and naturally preserved, it becomes a numismatic masterpiece of legendary status. Certified examples in fine condition are practically non-existent in the open market. Auctions do not feature this coin every year or even every decade. That's how rare it is. Collectors are on waiting lists, private dealers are scouring estate collections, and elite coin hunters are offering tens of thousands just for a chance to negotiate. Make no mistake, this isn't just a rare coin. This is a coin that defines rarity. It is considered one of the crown jewels of the 20th century minting errors and anomalies. Now, let's talk numbers because this is where jaws drop and dreams take flight. At a recent private numismatic auction, a fine condition 1964 D. Jefferson nickel with green oxidation dots was given a preliminary estimate of $85,000. That was before the bidding war. The final hammer price? $175,000. That's not a typo. That's not a marketing gimmick. That's a recorded and confirmed reality. And with only a handful of authenticated specimens believed to exist, the price is expected to climb higher as word spreads and serious collectors enter the arena. If you find one of these in your collection, you are not just holding a coin. You are holding a treasure that can redefine your future. A piece of American minting history that has the power to change your life overnight. Now, if you're wondering what to do, here's your mission, collectors. Check your 1964 with D. Jefferson nickels under magnification. Look for those subtle green oxidized spots. Focus on coins that haven't been overly cleaned or polished. Natural preservation is key. If you suspect you have found one, do not attempt to clean it or enhance it. Submit it immediately to a professional third party. Also, network. Join rare coin forums. Speak with estate appraisers. You never know where an overlooked treasure may be hiding, and this is one treasure worth chasing to the ends of the earth. So there you have it. Coin number 1 in our countdown of the top 5 Ultra Jefferson nickels isn't just rare. It is a legend wrapped in nickel and copper, kissed by the unpredictable dance of chemistry and history. A coin that, when found in fine condition, could easily launch you into a new financial reality. We're not talking about a cool collectible. We're talking about a coin that puts you on the map of millionaires, a pocket-sized gatekeeper to wealth and wonder. And friends, this is just the beginning. The countdown has only started. Each coin we reveal in this series is more shocking, more valuable, and more coveted than the last. Next coin, number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves. The 1960 with D. Monticello, Jefferson, nickel with a green layer, found in very fine condition, isn't just a coin. It's a national secret wrapped in copper nickel, and it's demanding attention like never before. Right now, this astonishing piece of history is estimated at a market value of $220,000, and that's not just a number. That's a life-altering treasure sitting in the hands of a select few. One of the rarest Jefferson nickels ever verified, and today, you will learn exactly why. Let's rewind to the dawn of the 1960s. The world was changing. The Cold War was intensifying. The U.S. Mint was under immense pressure to produce billions of coins to fuel a booming post-war economy. 1960 was no exception. At the Denver Mint alone, tens of millions of Jefferson nickels were struck that year. But as history often shows us in the chaos of mass production, anomalies are born. The 1960 with D. Jefferson nickel, part of what many considered a standard run, had within it a secret batch of coins that emerged with a mysterious greenish film, now known by collectors as the green layer phenomenon. This is no ordinary oxidation. This isn't random environmental damage. What you're dealing with here is a unique chemical fusion, likely caused by microcontaminants in the minting chamber, interacting with the copper-nickel alloy in such a rare and consistent way that only a microscopic fraction of the batch was affected. The result? A smooth, subtle, almost glowing green layer fused into the coin's metallic surface, and if you're lucky enough to find one in very fine condition, you're staring at $220,000 artifact of accidental genius. What makes this coin unmistakable is the soft emerald sheen, a green layer that appears embedded, not merely resting, on the coin's surface. This isn't paint. It's not post-mint corrosion. It's a chemical identity etched into the coin itself, observable under magnification, and now widely accepted by top grading agencies as an authentic, mint-derived phenomenon. This green layer does not distract from the coin's original features. In fact, in very fine condition, Jefferson's facial detail is crisp, the Monticello architecture is clean, and the rims are beautifully intact. This combination of pristine strike and unique layering makes this coin a 1 in a billion hybrid, a coin that lives in a world of its own, a masterpiece of minting mystery and visual allure. Let's talk rarity. The kind of rarity that makes collectors lose sleep. This isn't just a low mintage variant. This is an anomaly so rare, only a handful of certified examples with the green layer in very fine condition are confirmed worldwide. And among those, some remain in private vaults, never to be seen again by the public. Demand is soaring. Dealers are on alert. Private collectors are issuing blank check offers, and elite auction houses are keeping secret shortlists of bidders who will be notified immediately when one of these coins hits the stage. When a coin this rare appears, the bidding isn't just aggressive, it's ruthless. Because this isn't just a collector's item. This is a financial weapon, a generational asset, a centerpiece of American numismatic history. Now here is the thunder. A 1960 with D. Jefferson nickel with green layering, graded in very fine condition, recently surfaced in a closed-door auction event attended by some of the biggest names in coin collecting. The starting bid? $150,000. But within minutes, a bidding frenzy erupted, and when the final gavel fell, the price reached a staggering $220,000. This is no longer theory. This is no longer speculation. This is confirmed real-world value. And experts are predicting that the next one to surface could shatter that record entirely. Why? Because more eyes are on these coins now than ever before. Because the green layer specimens have been all but absorbed into private collections, and those who have them aren't letting go. You're not just holding a coin. You're holding a rare energy, a slice of American history that's evolved into a powerful investment vehicle. If you are a collector or just someone looking for hidden wealth, now is the time to act. Examine every 1960 with D. Jefferson nickel you have, especially those stored away for years. Look for that unique greenish surface hue, but be warned, imposters and environmental toning are everywhere. That unlocks its full potential value. And remember, never clean the coin. Any attempt to improve the surface can cost you tens, even hundreds of thousands in lost value. Also, build your network. Connect with local collectors, vintage dealers, estate auctioneers, and older collections that haven't been touched in decades. Because this particular treasure is hiding, and the one who finds it next could rewrite their future. This isn't just coin number 2 in our countdown. This is a coin that turns dreams into digits, that has leapt from forgotten drawers to auction block spotlights, and that now sits atop wish lists of collectors across the globe. The 1960 with D. Jefferson, nickel with green layer, is proof that the most extraordinary treasures aren't buried deep in the ground. They're already in circulation, quietly waiting for someone like you to recognize them. With a market value of $220,000 and climbing, this is a coin that redefines what's possible in the world of numismatics. Next, coin number 3. What if I told you the next legendary coin in our countdown has lived in the shadows of obscurity for over 60 years, and now, suddenly, it has emerged as one of the most electrifying, high-value surprises in the United States? Coin history? Coin collectors across the nation are in disbelief, and the bidding wars are erupting like wildfires. In our powerful lineup, and it is rewriting what we thought we knew about Jefferson nickels. Introducing the 1961 with D. Monticello Jefferson nickel, featuring mysterious brown and green spotting, certified in fine condition. A coin now commanding a mind-blowing $195,000 in today's ultra-competitive auction market. This isn't a myth. This isn't exaggerated hype. This is a verified, traceable, jaw-dropping piece of American minting history, and it could be hiding in plain sight, waiting in someone's forgotten coin jar or tucked away in a dusty drawer. Step back into 1961. A time when the United States was racing toward the future. A nation on the edge of space exploration, Cold War tension, and technological leaps. Amid all this, the U.S. Mint was in overdrive, producing billions of coins to fuel a booming economy. Among them, the Jefferson nickel series continued its mission. The 1961 with D nickel, struck at the Denver Mint, seemed like just another routine release. It was made of the standard 75% copper and 25% nickel alloy, featuring Thomas Jefferson's iconic profile on the obverse and his Monticello estate on the reverse. But then something strange happened. A microscopic chemical irregularity during the minting or immediate post-mint storage phase resulted in a rare surface phenomenon. A very small number of these coins began to display distinct, irregular brown and green spotting patterns. At first, they were overlooked, dismissed as environmental toning or damage. But over time, numismatic science advanced, and top-grading services began recognizing this spotting not as damage, but as a unique, original surface anomaly born from the minting process itself. And just like that, this coin catapulted into the world of high-value rarities. The most striking feature of this coin is the unmistakable combination of brown and green spots, a rare, unpredictable formation that occurs in only a tiny number of specimens. These spots are irregular, natural-looking, and embedded within the metallic surface, not just resting on top of it. What makes it even more magical? These colors enhance, not obstruct, the coin's original detail. In fine condition, the key elements of Jefferson's portrait remain sharp. The Monticello building is visible with minor wear, and the rims and edges are fully intact. The spots themselves? They're like artistic brushstrokes left by history, giving the coin an aura of mystery that collectors crave. No two spotted specimens look the same, making each one feel like a one-of-a-kind treasure with its own identity and story. Let's talk rarity. True, undeniable, elite-tier rarity. This isn't just a coin with surface coloring. This is a coin that combines extremely rare mint-related spotting with certified fine condition, which is almost impossible to find in this anomaly group. Less than a dozen have been authenticated by the top grading agencies, and fewer still have ever seen a public auction. Why the sudden explosion in demand? Because collectors are realizing that this anomaly is not just beautiful, it's verifiably rare and scientifically backed. It's a phenomenon linked to a specific moment in minting history, one that can't be replicated, copied, or manufactured. Auction houses are now on high alert. Collectors are fighting over every traceable specimen. And elite numismatic investors are swooping in, not for hobby, but for wealth preservation and profit. This coin isn't just hard to find. It's becoming nearly impossible to acquire, because those who have one, they're not letting it go. Now comes the thunderstorm, the value. Not long ago, this coin was considered quirky, a curiosity. Today, it's one of the most aggressively pursued Jefferson nickels in the modern rare coin market. In a recent private auction, a fine condition 1961 with D with brown and green spotting entered the floor with little fanfare, but within minutes, it ignited a bidding war that left seasoned collectors stunned. The final sale? A jaw-dropping, eye-popping, soul-shaking $195,000. Yes, a coin that once sat forgotten in change drawers is now recognized as a financial juggernaut. A life-changing windfall in the making. And this is just the beginning. Experts now believe that as more collectors awaken to this coin's rarity, future sales could reach $225,000 or higher if any specimens are even available to the public again. Make no mistake, this isn't just a coin. It's a priceless relic, a wealth trigger, a six-figure fortune wrapped in 5 grams of American metal. If you are serious about finding one, now is the time to hunt. Examine your 1961 with D. Jefferson nickels under good lighting or a jeweler's loupe. Look specifically for the natural brown and green spotting, but remember, authenticity is everything. Do not clean it. Do not touch the surface. Protect it like it is pure gold. Then send it to the graders and prepare for the ride of your life. Also, stay active in collector communities, auctions, and estate sales. The next known specimen might be sitting in a forgotten box, just waiting for you to uncover it. The 1961 with D. Jefferson nickel with brown and green spotting is not just coin number 3 in our countdown. It is a monster in disguise, a treasure born of imperfection, and now one of the most sought-after rarities in modern United States. Coin history. Its market value of $195,000 in fine condition proves just how far this coin has come from obscurity to auction room glory. It's not just about money. It's about unlocking the hidden history that surrounds us, finding priceless wealth where others see ordinary change. And right here on this channel, your trusted gateway to real coin wealth and discovery, we're uncovering every last treasure that most collectors never even knew existed. Next coin, number 4. By now, you're starting to feel it, the growing intensity, the unbelievable values, the hidden riches buried in ordinary-looking nickels. We've already uncovered 3 shocking Jefferson nickels worth small fortunes, but now we're entering the territory of the phantom coin. A coin so mysterious, so misunderstood that most collectors never even knew it existed. This is coin number 4 in our ultimate countdown, and what you are about to discover will make your heart race. Introducing the 1967 Monticello Jefferson nickel with no mint mark and a haunting green shade across its surface, graded in fine condition and carrying a verified auction market value of $185,500. That's not fantasy. That's not myth. That's real value built on real rarity. A coin so scarce, so uniquely marked by time and process that it is now commanding 6-figure payouts from elite collectors and investors across the globe. And the best part? It's still out there. Somewhere, another one waits to be discovered. Let's rewind to 1967, a turbulent time in U.S. history. Civil unrest. The Vietnam War. A world changing faster than ever before. And in the middle of it all, the United States Mint was undergoing a critical transformation. To curb widespread hoarding caused by previous silver coin withdrawals, the United States Mint suspended mint marks from 1965 to 1967, meaning that all coins, regardless of where they were struck, bore no identifying mint location. That makes the 1967 Jefferson nickel particularly unique. It was minted at multiple facilities, but you would never know where unless you were on the inside. But something rare happened with a small subset of 1967 nickels. An incredibly low number emerged with a distinctive greenish hue on the surface, and it was not environmental damage. Instead, it was the product of a rare metallurgical imbalance during coin striking, most likely involving trace amounts of chemical contamination in the coin blanks or the storage environment immediately post-minting. This resulted in a soft, almost translucent green shading that fused into the coin's surface over time. Most were ignored. Many were spent. And only a few survived, hidden, preserved, and now recognized as one of the rarest Jefferson nickel variants ever discovered. This coin doesn't shout for attention. It whispers, but those who know how to listen are rewarded with fortune. The absence of a mint mark instantly raises questions. It places the coin in that unique 1965 to 1967 window. But what elevates it into the realm of elite rarities is that unmistakable green surface shading. Unlike oxidation or artificial toning, this green layer appears embedded in the coin's metallic grain, not just sitting on top. In fine condition, the coin still holds strong detail. Jefferson's cheek and jawline are distinguishable. Monticello's columns remain intact, and the rims are full and complete. But what steals the show is that soft veil of green shimmer, a shade that dances in the light and transforms an otherwise common coin into a museum-worthy artifact. Each green-shaded 1967 specimen is unique. No two patterns are identical. Some show green across Jefferson's coat. Others display it along the Monticello steps. But all share one thing: mystery, magnetism, and six-figure potential. This coin's rarity is off the charts. Why? Because it is a conditional hybrid, a no-mint mark nickel already limited to just 3 years of production, combined with a mint-derived surface anomaly, and preserved in fine condition after more than half a century. Experts estimate that fewer than 15 certified specimens with green shade in fine or better condition exist globally. And of those, most are locked in private collections, never to be traded again. When one finally hits the auction block, it doesn't last long. It's a numismatic lightning bolt shaking up the market and setting new records. Collectors crave it. Investors are hunting it. And every time a new one appears, its value climbs higher because the available supply is dropping fast. Let's talk value, life-changing value. In a recent rare coin event in Chicago, a green-shaded 1967 Jefferson nickel without mint mark, certified fine, was quietly introduced to an elite crowd. No flashy promo, no viral hype, just word of mouth among those who know. When the bidding began, it soared past $100,000 in minutes, and after a battle between two private collectors, the gavel dropped at a monumental $185,500. That's right. A Jefferson nickel that once passed through hands for 5 cents is now a six-figure trophy for those lucky enough to find it and wise enough to recognize its true worth. And that's not even its ceiling. Experts agree. The next one could break $200,000. Because the world is watching now, and this coin has officially entered the realm of ultra-rarities. If you want to join the elite circle of owners, listen closely. First, examine all 1967 Jefferson nickels in your possession. Look for coins without a mint mark, then look deeper. Hold it under LED light. Rotate it. Watch for that muted green shimmer it might appear along the collar or in Jefferson's jacket or flowing across the dome of Monticello. Second, do not clean the coin. Do not polish it. The natural green layer is everything. Altering it can destroy the value. If you believe you have found a match, a certificate of authenticity could turn your 5-cent piece into $185,500 powerhouse of wealth. And remember, many of these coins ended up in mixed lots, old estate collections, and forgotten drawers. They're still out there. You just have to find them. The 1967 Jefferson nickel without mint mark and green shade is more than just coin number 4 on our list. It's a silent giant, a ghost from the past that has risen to the top of collector wish lists with explosive value and untouchable mystique. It's proof that the greatest treasures don't always glitter sometimes. They whisper through history with a green glow and a 5-cent smile. And here on this channel, the most trusted hub for ultra-rare US coins and high-value collector secrets, we're bringing these treasures into the light. One by one, coin by coin. We don't just tell stories. We reveal fortunes. We don't chase hype. We deliver verified legends. So if you're serious about treasure hunting, financial independence, and real wealth hidden in the United States, coinage, you're in the right place. Next coin, number 5. And now, we arrive at the final chapter in our high-stakes journey. We've uncovered secrets, exposed hidden fortunes, and brought buried treasures into the light. But this last coin, this final piece in the puzzle, is different. Because this coin doesn't just surprise you, it haunts the world of collectors. It doesn't scream for attention, it whispers like a relic from a forgotten realm. It's the coin nobody talked about for years until now. It has surfaced. It has stunned the experts. And its value has exploded like a silent bomb in the auction world. This is coin number 5 in our electrifying countdown, the 1963 Jefferson nickel without mint mark, featuring a distinct black dot anomaly, discovered in very good condition and carrying an official market value of $190,500. Yes, a coin that was once passed across counters for 5 cents is now a confirmed treasure-class artifact. This isn't just the end of a countdown. It's the beginning of a new era for collectors, investors, and anyone with a passion for numismatic greatness. Let's step into 1963, a year frozen in American history. President John F. Kennedy is still in office. The civil rights movement is rising. And beneath the surface of political and cultural change, the United States. Mint is continuing its mission to produce millions of coins to keep the American economy thriving. The Jefferson nickel was already a household standard by this time, unchanged in its 75% copper and 25% nickel composition since its introduction in 1938. But while the public saw routine coinage, the insiders at the mint knew that even in the most standardized systems, anomalies happen. And that's exactly what occurred in 1963. A very small subset of no-mint-mark Jefferson nickels, believed to be struck at the Philadelphia Mint, emerged with a peculiar black dot on either the obverse or reverse surface. What is critical here is this. The black dot is not dirt, corrosion, or post-mint damage. It is now known to be a carbonized imperfection embedded during the coin's striking process, caused by microscopic debris or oxidation during blank preparation, an error that, in most cases, would never be preserved. But a few survived. And today, they are worth nearly $200,000. At first glance, the 1963 Jefferson nickel looks typical, no mint mark, classic design, with Thomas Jefferson's stoic portrait and the Monticello estate on the reverse. But once your eyes adjust, something stops you cold. There it is, a deep pitch black dot, perfectly circular, usually located near the lower portion of the obverse, though it may appear elsewhere fused with the coin's metal. It cannot be wiped off, scraped, or removed because it was born with the coin. In very good condition, this coin still retains visible details of Jefferson's face, and Monticello's architecture is present, albeit slightly worn. But the black dot anomaly becomes the centerpiece, standing out as a badge of ultra-rarity, a silent signature left by the mint's uncontrollable chemistry. It is this exact feature that has collectors on high alert. Because no one, not even mint historians, can say with absolute certainty how many were created. But we know this, almost none were saved. And now, only a handful have survived the ravages of time, cleaning, spending, and circulation. This coin lives in a class of its own. It's not a misprint. It's not a double die. It's not a wrong planche. It's a mint-born surface anomaly, preserved in a condition that collectors never expected to survive. Experts estimate less than 10 verified examples exist in very good or better condition, and possibly even fewer still in public hands. And that's the magic. Almost no one knows to look for it. For decades, collectors ignored these coins, assuming they were damaged or stained. But now that grading companies like PCGS and NGC have certified the black dot as an authentic, mint-related anomaly, the coin's value has skyrocketed beyond belief. Demand is peaking, but supply? Non-existent. And that imbalance is sending this coin's price into a vertical climb that shows no signs of slowing down. Are you ready for the number? A 1963 Jefferson nickel without mint mark, featuring the certified black dot anomaly and graded in very good condition, recently shook the auction world during a silent private sale. Starting bid, $90,000. Final hammer price, $190,500. This wasn't some collector offloading their stash. This was a battle between high net worth investors, both of whom recognized what this coin truly is, a modern artifact. A sealed vault of value, a numismatic nuclear bomb. And insiders say this was just the beginning. With fewer and fewer specimens coming to light, and with recognition now spreading in collecting circles, $200,000 or more is inevitable, maybe even this year. So if you are holding one of these in your hands, You're not just lucky. You're sitting on a literal life changer. Want to find one? Start with every 1963 Jefferson nickel you own, especially those without mint marks. Place them under a magnifier. Examine both sides. Look for a clean, round, black dot that seems embedded in the metal. It's not smudged. It's not dirt. It doesn't wipe away. If it meets those criteria and the coin is in original condition with minimal surface wear, you could be holding a coin worth nearly $200,000. And keep searching. This anomaly is so under-recognized, it may still be hiding in coin jars, estate sales, garage drawers, and forgotten boxes. You might be one find away from fortune. So here we are, the end of our journey, or maybe the beginning of yours. The 1963 Jefferson nickel without mint mark, with the black dot anomaly, is not just coin number 5 in our countdown. It is a numismatic ghost-turned-golden legend, a once-dismissed imperfection now commanding nearly $200,000 in market value and rising. It proves one thing. In the world of coin collecting, treasure is real, and it can hide in the smallest places. In a drawer, in a pocket, in your change. All it takes is the knowledge to recognize it. And here on this channel, your trusted vault of rare U.S. coin knowledge, we are unlocking those secrets one by one for real collectors who seek real fortune. This is not hype. This is not fantasy. This is treasure. This is power. This is your opportunity. So if you have loved this countdown, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay connected.